Hi y'all, this is step 10 of the extreme drought tolerant garden. Now let me go ahead and show you what's going on. Now remember, in step 9, if you haven't watched step 9, in step 9 I thinned out all the sugar beet locations that had multiple plants growing in there, and I put them in areas where nothing grew. And it's the troubleshooting phase right now. You got to see what's going on. Did the transplants work? And let's check it out. Okay, if you look, it seemed like all the transplants took. Now you can see the weaker plants from the stronger ones, but it's only been 2 weeks since the transplant. And I've got about 48 to 50 in each row. So some of them are real small. You know, they're going to take a while to grab. There was a big rain last night, and just have to wait and see how this whole thing plays out. I didn't transplant anything in this first row, so I've got 12 rows. So about 50 times 12 is about 600 plants. And these plants are going to provide about 2 pounds worth of sugar beet edible material, and another 2 pounds of fodder that could be fed to livestock. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna have to remove the water pump because the freeze is coming. It's gonna get in 30 degrees now, so just have to play it by ear and see what happens through the winter. Looks nice. Very little water was used. Well, I ain't saying a little bit of water was used, but if you look at the rows, this row right here, it you know, I transplanted a lot. You can see the difference in the growth. But the point here is that the transplant took, even though it was a taproot. See that? And the rows are pretty. I can't even walk in. I can't walk in there. But some locations still have multiple plants growing in them, and I might try to pull a couple of them and then plant them in my backyard garden, just see how it goes, because nothing's taken in that small little pond setup I have. But it looks pretty good. I can't even go in there and thin or nothing because it's just too muddy. And there is a this is all cilantro right here growing. And there's a hole in one of these rows, which could probably be, which, you know, you got to do a little bit of thinking too, because some of the rows not much grew, and what happened was, you know, those ground squirrels, well, the water left the row, so the water never had a chance to build up and get into the mounds. And as you can see here, I tried packing these holes, but this one looks like, you see right here, that hole right there, ground squirrel, and it burrowed all the way underneath. And in some locations I couldn't even find out where the water was leaving. But I've got to go back into here and just keep pestering this little ground squirrel into where he doesn't want to come over here no more. But yeah, see, there's another hole over here. See that? He redug it. So this ground squirrel's still coming over through here. All right. But remember, that's a food source, okay? That is a food source. And here are the transplants. And here's the garlic that sprouted, and also some daikon radish. Just one. I collected all the garlic and I put it in the backyard garden. And this is daikon radish. Okay, so that's step 9, troubleshoot. If it would have been really bad, I would have planted fresh seeds. I would have replanted the seeds in those areas that didn't take. But it seemed like almost everything took. Okay, step 10. Step 10, see what sprouted and do any little troubleshooting that needs to be done. See y'all later.